Your vices have got you in a chokehold, strangle. You keep saying, oh, I'm gonna quit, I'm gonna stop. You just keep coming back to it. They have you enslaved. The reason being, you're choosing it. Straight facts. You're choosing to be enslaved by your vices. If you really wanted to get out, you could. It's just a choice. It's just a decision. Saying, oh, I'm going to quit. I'm going to stop tomorrow. Go and flush out the stash, flush it in the toilet. Go delete those websites. Yet, tomorrow comes about, you run right back to it. Go buy some more. Upload those websites again. You haven't made a decision. It's okay. If you're not ready, just admit it. Say, I'm not ready. I would like to, but I'm not ready. I'm not there. It's just a decision. Let me tell you, you don't know yourself. You don't know yourself because if you did, you wouldn't even entertain any vice at all. Zero. But you don't know yourself. I can say this because I've been there. There was a phase in my life where I didn't know myself. I was seeking validation outside of myself, from friends, from family members, from food, from alcohol, from the Mary Jane, and even dabbled in all kinds of other stimulants. I mean, there's no need to go into details here, but trust me, I delved and dived into them. Why? Because I didn't know who I was. I projected my power onto all these substances, thinking that they were going to fulfill me in some way that I felt I needed. I was giving my power to other people, friends, family members, taking their opinions more seriously than my own. Why? Because I didn't know myself. It wasn't until I started diving deeply into myself through the practices of fasting, through stillness meditation, training. These practices over time revealed my true identity. And at some point, I made a decision that, hey, I've tapped into the source of who I am. When you get to really know who you are, aside from all the fluff, all the noise, all the dopamine hits here and there, when you really tap into who you are and you start to listen to that inner voice, that voice within, when you start to really tap into that and not bombarded by this voice from this influencer, this voice from that book, this voice from that vice, that drug, the alcohol, whatever it may be, this voice coming from here, you really tune into that voice within you. That's where the magic is. That's when you start to know who you are. It'll tell you that's not for you. It will show you that power within you that will just make everything else seem like, why am I even going to do that? Doesn't even make sense. Why am I going to pick it up? Why? Why am I going to do all that stuff? Why? What is it going to give me that I don't already have? And then you start to come from a place of empowerment, being self-directed, where you can step into spaces where these things are happening and not even flinch. Not even want, it doesn't even cross your mind. You know exactly who you are. What those things offer or what people think they offer, you now know that you can get them from yourself, from within. You can derive, you're the alchemist. You can derive any chemical you want. Why you think these things resonate with the body? Because the body has a similar chemical that gets into resonance with these external, let's say, chemicals or pleasures or excitements, whatever it is that's outside of you that you're seeking, your body can generate it, your mind can generate it. But until you really know that, you dived into that, you just can't access it. Until you've accessed that, you can't really make that choice. You can't make that decision to quit. You can't. You're just going to be going around in loops, blaming it on society, blaming it on your genes. It's not going to happen. That's why I'm here to encourage you. Take on that warrior path that the ancients, our ancestors used to practice commonly, regularly in their communities and their societies, where it's like, I'm from Ghana, and in African tribes, even till today, not so much from my tribe, but there are tribes in Africa still. This is how it used to be, where when you reach a certain age, call it puberty, especially for the man, you're sent out into the wilderness. It's definitely a contrived, semi-contrived situation, but you're still out there by yourself. You got to deal with nature. You got to deal with all that rough happenings that, as a boy, it shapes you, grows you into a man. We don't have that no more. We don't have stuff like that where you're just by yourself in solitude, dealing with potential scorpions under the stone, dealing with potential lion coming through your cave, dealing with whoever, robbers potentially coming to harm you. We don't do that no more. There's no rites or passages, but you can create your own. You can fast every day. You can go ahead and train in a fasted state, knowing that you got the resources to lift those weights. Look at this, building this body right here, building this physique. I'm not eating every time I exercise. I'm about to go do it again today, and I'm fasted. I'm about 50, I don't know, what is it? Maybe, yeah, close to 50 hours. I don't even keep track no more, but and I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it done. Because I know who I am. Do you know who you are? If you did, they would have you in a chokehold like this. Have you coming back like a puppet. Meanwhile, you think you're a man. Think about it. Really think about it. Make that decision. Dive into yourself. Get to know who you really are. These things are just toys, playthings. Not to say you'll never do them again. Personally, I just have no interest in doing them. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't partake in any substances. that are, let's say, intoxicating. I don't do that stuff. The most I have is what? Coffee, tea, caffeine. And even that is very strategic. I use it mainly around my training, and that's it. But I also can enjoy it whenever I want. The point is, I'm in control of that because I know who I am. I want to invite you to step into that space where you can just quit it. I've been done off marijuana for 2 years plus now. Drinking over a decade. Porn over, what is it now? Over a decade. It's pushing like 14 years with that. Just not into why? It's like, what's the point? There's no stimulation, there's no excitement there. When you know about sexual alchemy, sexual transmutation of that energy, man, that becomes a plaything. If I'm not dealing with the real thing, if I don't have a woman, blessed queen beside me, so we can engage and share in that sacred union, why am I'm not interested. I can definitely circulate that energy myself, empower that, use that for my creativity, for my for causing things to happen in my life, to take action and get clear on certain things with that energy, as opposed to just wasting on some random chicks who are lost, psychologically damaged, and I'm feeding them with my attention. Nah, it's not happening. It's not happening. You gotta know yourself. Man, know thyself. To thy own self be true. That's where it lies. And what do you think this attention economy is all about? Everybody trying to grab your attention. Why? Because if you don't know who you are, then you're going to fall for anything they tell you. You're going to fall for anything they tell you. You got to know who you are. You got to. So I invite you. I made a free guide. Link is in the description. Go ahead, check it out. It lays out the path. You can get started. This is not the only way, but this is definitely a way that works. It's worked for me. It's worked for several hundred people. What am I saying? Not several hundred people. It's worked for, I don't know the number here, guys, but it's worked for a lot of people over time. I mean, this is an ancient ritual, an ancient practice that I've put together in a way that can really benefit the modern man who is going to work, having to deal with all these distractions, and can assimilate, put it together in their life in a way that can really benefit them. So I'm not going to sit here and say it's helped hundreds of people, because it's helped way more than that. I just can't put a number to it. It's just, I mean, since the beginning of time, people have been fasting, people have been practicing meditation, people have been doing some kind of movement to really move the energy and exercise those stuck emotions. Be your own exorcist. And then also really approaching food in a mindful manner, really acknowledging the spirit in the food, the essence, that prana, that force in the food to really help you out. People have been doing this since the start of time. So to put a number on it, like hundreds of people, that's funny. But in any case, I know you get the point. Step into that space, get to know yourself. Remember, fasting is the doorway, stillness is the foundation, and discipline is the path. Until next time, be still.